The last time humanity ignored a warning like this, an entire civilization vanished without a grave. And if you don't listen now, you might miss the moment history repeats itself. Because what I'm about to tell you was never meant to be heard. It begins with a sound older than language, a low metallic hum recorded beneath Antarctic ice in 2019 that matched a pattern carved into stone tablets discovered on opposite sides of the planet. Tablets that described earthquakes, floods, solar flares, pandemics, even the exact year coastlines would drown. And every single prediction carved by a civilization officially declared a myth had already come true. They called themselves the Kha-Ruun, a name erased from maps and memory, yet their ruins still breathe beneath deserts, oceans, and forbidden military zones. And the first clue to their existence came not from archaeology, but from a classified satellite anomaly, a perfect geometric shadow beneath the Sahara revealed during a sandstorm, a shape too precise to be natural. When ground teams arrived, they found black stone towers fused like glass, etched with symbols that hurt to look at, symbols that seemed to move when no one watched, and among them were depictions of towering beings, giants not of muscle, but of intellect, elongated skulls crowned with crystalline implants, beings shown teaching humans to measure stars, bend stone with sound, and calculate time not in years, but in extinction cycles. And every wall repeated the same warning: when the sky burns again, we will not be here. Carbon dating placed the ruins at over 12,000 years old, older than Sumer, older than Egypt, older than the flood myths themselves, and yet the mathematical constants engraved into the walls included the exact frequency of modern GPS satellites and the molecular structure of DNA, impossible knowledge unless time itself had been studied or survived. And this is where you need to stay with me, because if you're watching this on Echoes of Time, if you're listening to my voice right now, then you're already part of the chain. So quietly like the video, share it with someone who questions official history, and stay till the end, because the final detail is the one that changed everything. The Kha-Ruun believed Earth was a classroom repeatedly wiped clean. They mapped disasters as inevitable corrections, solar micronovas every 12,000 years, pole shifts, oceans rising overnight, and they built cities not to survive forever, but to record everything before the reset. Their technology wasn't mechanical as we know it, it was harmonic, cities tuned to the planet's frequency, power drawn from resonant stone that amplified Earth's natural energy. And in the Andes, divers discovered submerged platforms emitting the same hum recorded in Antarctica. When activated accidentally by sonar, they triggered localized earthquakes, forcing governments to seize the site and seal the data. But leaked footage showed something worse: a chamber containing stasis pods sized for giants. Empty, opened from the inside, and above them a star map ending not in the past but in our future, pointing to a convergence date that matched next decade's predicted solar instability. And then came the bones, unearthed in Patagonia, skeletons over 9 feet tall with fused spinal columns and cranial cavities shaped to house non-biological interfaces. Giants not of myth but of design, possibly the Kha-Ruun themselves, or perhaps their guardians, beings engineered to withstand radiation and gravity shifts. And as scientists argued over evolution, linguists decoded a final message repeated across all sites: we did not die, we left when you were not ready. Hidden places followed the pattern, a sealed vault beneath the Gobi Desert, accessible only during specific stellar alignments, a structure under the Pacific whose doors opened with light, not force, and each contained the same object, a dark spherical device that reacted to human presence by projecting holographic visions of our cities collapsing, ice sheets cracking, satellites falling like meteors. And the most disturbing part wasn't the accuracy. It was the timestamp. Every vision ended abruptly, as if something intervened, something unseen. And researchers began to suspect the Kha-Ruun didn't just predict catastrophes, they triggered them as a test, a filter to see which species could inherit the planet. Ancient technology acting as a planetary failsafe. And when modern instruments measured the devices, they found them waking up, synchronizing with Earth's magnetic field right now. Global consequences followed fast, unexplained power grid failures tracing ley line patterns, animals migrating in impossible formations, the hum returning louder each year, and then a final discovery leaked from a black-budget facility, a decoded Kha-Ruun recording translated into English for the first time. The voice wasn't ancient, it was calm, familiar, almost human. It said, "If you are hearing this, the cycle has returned. You have found our records too late or just in time. We could not stop the reset, only warn you. And the reason we disappeared is because survival required leaving this world behind." The implications shattered everything, that humanity wasn't the first to reach this point, that advanced beings watched us from somewhere beyond Earth, waiting to see if we would listen or repeat the same mistakes. And now, as solar storms intensify and governments quietly fund underground sanctuaries, the question isn't whether the Kha-Ruun were real, it's whether they're coming back. Because the hum beneath the ice is changing, the devices are aligning, and the final line carved into every ruin remains untranslated. A warning so severe linguists refuse to publish it, but one fragment escaped, and it reads, "Next time, we will not warn you." So if this story shook something awake inside you, if you feel the weight of forgotten history pressing against the present, then you already know what to do. Subscribe now to Echoes of Time, because when the past starts whispering this loudly, only those listening will understand what happens next.